It's just before sunrise here in Penang and I'm already on the move. There's something special about waking up early to chase the view. The streets are still sleepy, the air is crisp, and the whole city feels like it's holding its breath before the day begins. This morning, I'm heading to one of Penang's most iconic spots, Penang Hill, known locally as Bukit Bendera. It's a place where nature, history, and breathtaking views come together, and they say catching the sunrise from the top is absolutely worth the early start. I'm making my way to the lower station where I'll board the Penang Hill Funicular Railway, the oldest funicular system in Malaysia and one of the oldest in the entire world, originally built in the early 1900s. My goal is simple: beat the crowds, beat the sun, and get to the top just in time to watch the lights spill over the island. First stop, grab my ticket and board that train to the clouds. I got a round trip ticket for 30 ringgit and it is cheaper if you are a local. They say that there is a funicular train that goes up every 15 minutes, but in my case it was way longer than that. Maybe there were some issues, but I don't know.
Dan pastikan tidak lupa apa barang.
Ini loh.
It's 7:41 a.m. I got here so early. My plan was to see the actual sunrise, but it took over 30 minutes before we got into the train to come up, and it got fully bright. So we're gonna make do with this for today. This is so beautiful. A whole lot to explore here. So we're gonna try to walk around. There is even a higher level up there. So there's a map here that shows key points in Penang. Okay, so it's telling us exactly what we are seeing. We have Little India here, 13, Little India, okay. I think we're gonna go there. So from this map, we can just see everywhere we're gonna go to here in Penang. All right, let's go to the gallery. This place is incredible. I'm super impressed with what they've done here. Utilizing this space for something like this is just out of this world. think I still need to come up because I'm using the train back to the lower ground. Oh, plants. Even the plants are intentional here. Salvia splendens, scarlet sage. So there is so much to learn here. This is a scarlet sage red. This is truly a haven for nature lovers. People come here to hike. You can hike here. I saw so many hikers coming here. I think majority of us that even use the train up here were coming to hike. Or the people I saw at the station rather, majority of the people at the station were coming here to hike Penang Hill. This is another restaurant. Look at those monkeys. They're so big. All right, let us go see the gallery. There is so much to do here. This is not a place you come just once. You have to keep coming. This is locked. So this place is wheelchair friendly. They built the place to include everyone. Oh, the gallery is locked. This feels like an endurance trek. It is so far to get to Penang Gallery. It is so far to get to the gallery. Penang Hill Gallery at Edge Cliff. Okay, the gallery is actually closed. So I'm making my way back up. I went all the way down and I really enjoyed the exercise. So while trying to find my way to the gallery, using the other way, I met someone who does not speak English, but we're able to communicate, and he told me that this is the way to the gallery. And using the signs, the sign actually did point up here, so I don't know. Maybe the gallery is locked. We tried. So it's locked. This is supposed to be the entrance. It's locked. Oops, it's locked. It's not open. Oh, it says here you have to pay for it. 1 ringgit for 2 minutes. But there's no one here to make the payment to. That's another cafe up there. Another restaurant over here. One here, one here. So that is like 4 I've seen so far. This little village is also closed. So I don't know if it's the best to come so early in the morning because I think these things are going to open later. Maybe they don't open so early. Maybe from 9, who knows? I don't know. But it's all right. I still prefer coming in the morning because it's really cool, no sun. Can buy souvenirs over here. Good morning, ma'am. These ones are all closed. So they don't open in the morning. All right, we have one more place to look at before we go. This is the waiting area to exit. This is the highest point here in Penang Hill. And here we are, standing more than 800 meters above sea level, where Penang stretches out beneath your feet like a living painting. Penang Hill isn't just a pretty view, it's packed with history. It is one of the first colonial hill stations developed by the British during their rule. Back then, it was a cool retreat from the tropical heat. And honestly, even today, you can feel that refreshing breeze the moment you step out of the train. From up here, you can see the whole of Georgetown, the Penang Bridge, and even the parts of the mainland across the strait. There's also a lot to explore here: the historic David Brown's restaurant and the Habitat Nature trails. Fun fact, Penang Hill is also home to some of the oldest colonial mansions still standing in Malaysia, a reminder of the island's rich and layered past. People do live here on Penang Hill. You can imagine that. I saw houses as we're coming up. After spending a few hours soaking in the views, wandering the trails, and just breathing in that cool, quiet air, it's finally time to head back down. I have to say, this experience was more than just sightseeing. There's something humbling about standing so high above the world, realizing how small we are and yet feeling so connected to the beauty around us. Watching the sun slowly rise over Penang made me think some of life's best views require early mornings, slow climbs, and a little bit of patience. And once you get there, you realize it's not just about the view, it's about everything you saw, felt, and became on the way up. As we ride the funicular train back down the hill, I can't help but feel grateful, not just for the scenery, but for the simple joy of experiencing new places, new heights, and quiet moments like this. Penang Hill, you were worth waking up for. See you next time.